don't care what others say. I'ma sit for you, my lady. I'ma sit for you all day. I don't care what others say. I'ma sit for you, okay. I'll do anything to have your way. Anything you need, girl, I'll give you that. Anything you want, girl, I got your back. You know what it is when you in Mikey. When it comes to love, ain't nobody like me. Cause when I get down, girl,
I didn't put my thing up high enough, my baby.
It's all good. You good. You good.
Hey. What's up, boo?
Quick.
I'm chilling.
There you go. I want to see. That's him. Yes. Hey, boo.
How's it going? How's everything?
It's
Good.
going. How you doing?
I'm good. I can't complain. So.
Yes, you are. You vibing. You a whole vibe.
Thanks.
Is he not? Is he not a vibe?
Oh, yeah, that's a whole vibe. You ain't supposed to be doing all that.
Oh.
That's coming out, what, 3,000?
Oh, not easy.
I love it. I love it. That's a whole swag. Everybody ain't got that.
Thank you.
I told him the same thing. I'm like, he got the recipe, right?
Really? Yeah, come on now. What's next?
Oh, I got a lot more coming. Like I'm just trying to be organized this time, you know, because everything is going according to plan. So I'm trying to keep it as organized as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I got ADHD. Ain't nothing organized. Yeah, I play it by ear. I don't know what's going on till it go on. So that's good that you organized.
Yeah.
But you got your beats in a row.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
You know, it's been since I started this journey, it's been hard to be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
It
is. Because it's the second position.
Yeah. Financial inconveniences,
yes.
insecurity issues, I'm sorry. Planning, time, you know, so
all that.
Yeah, so a lot of those things play a big factor when it comes to releasing material. But now that, you know, I got my headset right, like now I know exactly what I want. So.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a woman. I have no idea what I want. So that's good. I don't even know what I want to eat. So that's good.
Yeah. You know what you want? Are you that woman where you go, I'm hungry? And I be like, okay, where you want to go?
I want to eat what you want to eat as long as it's something I want to eat.
Oh.
That's too much work, son.
Wow.
Don't pick the wrong thing. Because that means you don't
know. So hey, Mikey and Quanah, because I got you both here at the exact same time. You know, Mikey, I'm still keeping his information because I also make these video podcasts. And also, if you allow me to present your videos as well in the podcast.
Yes, yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna start it off, man. Yo, hey, what's up, everybody? Super Saiyan Santi, All Gas No Brakes podcast. I am here with super talented man. This guy, and our first Spanish artist.
That's what I'm talking about.
Spanish music. I've had other Spanish entertainers on the show.
Yeah,
he does house and techno, but Spanish hip hop, reggaeton, it's trap, it's his own mesh of all that.
It's
Mikey Rivers.
Yes. Yeah.
Yo, if you could tell everybody all your Instagram, your website, your YouTube, let them all know where they can find you, please.
Alrighty, guys. So yeah, you already know. I go by the name of Mikey Rivers. I'm an R&B artist from Elizabeth, New Jersey, and you guys can check on SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, and Instagram at Mikey Rivers _.
Hey,
shout out to Mikey Rivers.
He everywhere.
That boy everywhere. And where can we find you, young lady? Hey, yo, I left my cup downstairs, man. It's all good.
You're not keeping my red cup. Don't worry about what's in my cup.
I had a nice cup too.
On Facebook, I am Quanah Volin. On Instagram, I am Quanah Volin. On TikTok and Snapchat, I am everywhere.
Yes, you are. That lady right there, she is, man, that's up next right there. She is hilarious. She kills me all the time. Happy to see you, Quanah. Shout out to my boy Rex at Rex Corollas, Block Party Entertainment. That's my partner. It's All Gas, No Breaks World. Shout out to OG_Frank. Hopefully soon we'll be back in the studio soon. And shout out to my boy. I always got to shout out my boy at Van Hall. Van Hall on LFR Family. My boy has 400,000 subscribers on YouTube. We just reached that last week. And I am super duper proud of that guy. I can't tell you how much
he keep going.
Nice.
Non-stop.
Yeah, he's nonstop. And he pushes me to keep doing these because this is what's needed out here. So Mikey, man, we talked about a little bit of everything, but we want to really find out a lot more about you and what gets you going. I'll start with you know, a trending topic going on right now, just a quick little topic, and you want to see what your opinion and your take is on it, is, you know, this COVID situation, man. How have you been throughout COVID? What have you been doing throughout COVID? Has it slowed you down? Did it increase more your passion, your entrepreneurship? How has it been for you?
Well, the COVID situation, it actually, like, that was actually, like, the revealing point for me to become an engineer, you know, because I was like, all right, so if I can't really interact with people like that, I might as well just start mixing people's vocals. And that's how it all started. I wasn't as nice as I am now, but it was a start, you get me? Yeah, it was a start. And that's how I started to gain, you know, experience little by little with the mixing. And that's when I was like, all right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start mixing people for the low. And throughout time, as I get better, I'll start raising the price up. And that's how it all started.
Yeah, that's how I went from $40 to $80.
Nice. Yeah.
You start off slow.
As I got nicer, I raised that motherfucking price there.
Real slow.
I can make $100 off your music.
Oh, snap.
Hey, let me tell you. Hey. I think a little more than 100.
Oh,
I tell you, they're going to be out there moving fast.
Oh, my God.
That's right. Fucking like a sewing machine.
Oh.
That. Yes.
So COVID got you to realize your engineering talents.
That's wow.
And I can only imagine that allowed you to network with more people.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It also motivated me to start getting into fitness as well, because I used to be really underweight, and then I was like, I started realizing I wasn't really happy with the way I looked, you know, as far as like my form, my physique. I was like, I'm actually going to start getting into this to see what I could develop.
Oh, let me see what you developed. Let me see.
Oh,
what's developed? What you developed, boo? Let me.
Hey, Quanah, follow him on IG. He posts what he's developed.
I mean,
I went to your IG today. I'm like, this man in the gym.
Live, but okay, I feel like Boosie over here. What I can get on the live?
Oh.
My OnlyFans. He got an OnlyFans though.
Yes, I ain't never felt underweight. I'm trying to see what that's like.
Oh my.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to you on the fitness kick though.
Yeah. How'd you get on that?
I think you on that.
What are you doing with your fitness?
Yeah.
Just you know, I do a lot of resisting training. So I work out almost every day. And, you know, just to stay in shape, you know, that and, you know, image is everything. So when it comes to the music industry, you know, you got to look apart.
You do.
Resistance training. I got that. Okay. And I will try to resist. That's all I can do.
You try to resist.
Well trained.
I already know I can't resist, so I ain't even gonna act like it.
Hey.
It's hilarious.
Talk to me nice. That's what I'm talking about.
So, Mike, let me ask you another question. What's a big misconception people may have about your music and or yourself as a entertainer?
I think it's I would say there's like a stereotype when it comes to making R&B music, because normally when you write a song, right, you know, it's love related, whether it's a breakup, a hookup, or something you wish could happen. A lot of times I get asked like who I'm singing for, but that's the misconception, because what I do is I create scenarios that can possibly happen to the next person. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
So I have to make it as believable as possible, but it doesn't mean I went through it, you know?
Look at that.
So people
Look
think
at
you
that.
went through all the stuff you talk about. That's the misconception.
Yeah. And it's not like that. It's never the case, really.
Never the case.
But I'm gonna tell you that I would take that. I'll pat yourself on the back for that, because that means they're believing that you're writing your story.
Yeah. They're believing beginning to end. And I'm like, nah, I'm just writing that late to it. Yeah.
Because you honestly telling someone
writing?
else's story that's not as talented. You're telling someone else's story that's relating to that. Yeah.
Definitely.
When did you learn that you were such a talented writer? Because I believe you are a talented writer from your music, right? So.
Yes.
Thank you. Well, it was tricky at first because the only thing I was able to master quickly were the hooks. The hooks were like my main focus because I needed that. Once it came to the flows, that's when I would come up with how to flow on the track and the patterns. But the main focus was always the hooks. But now that I'm so advanced, like I don't really have to worry about the hooks because that's nothing. I knocked that out.
Yeah, I can tell, man. Because writing is the hardest part. You know, there's a lot of MCs out there that can freestyle. Then you go, hey, here's pen paper. They can't write you.
So do you find yourself constantly writing? Because I know when I do comedy or when I'm, trying to come up with something, I'll come up with something in the middle of something else. To try to remember that, keep that thought, keep that.
Yeah. So my thing is, like, when it comes to writing, I have to be careful because a lot of times there's a certain melody that I want to hit or a certain flow, but I won't find a word that will match with the melody. You get me?
Yeah.
So in other words, if I try to hit a certain note, there's no word that sounds like that note. So I have to replace it with like a different pattern. So in that case, it gets a little complicated, but I try to keep the technique as simple as possible.
Yeah, because one thing will change the whole song, right?
It'll affect the whole structure.
One thing will change the whole song.
It could change the whole pattern to one section.
Damn. You know, I'm laughing and smiling. Quanah, quick story. I know him. I know this young man right here. I know his mom's. His mom is the sweetest, most amazing lady on earth.
Oh, I've known
her for a very long time. And to see that this is her spawn, I'm not surprised one bit. Because
his mom musical?
Man, his mom is a musical walking being.
Yeah. It is. There it is.
And this is why he's like got it. I feel, not I don't want to take nothing from what you've done at all. I just know that parents are that important, man. So can you tell us where you're from, and you speak Portuguese as well?
Yeah.
Not only Spanish.
Portuguese and love. Yeah.
Yes, he does.
I speak 3 languages. That's correct. So like
that tongue right
there. I'm American. Like I'm a native.
You rolling off.
But my parents are from Colombia. So you already know how that goes. The background is salsa.
I do know how that goes.
Yeah.
Call me Colombiana.
Yeah.
Yes.
is a serious element, you know, as far as my background. So that right there, that hands down, that's the main influence.
That's a lot of different music flowing through you.
Yeah, and you know, my dad, he's an actual music junkie when it comes to salsa.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's a music junkie. So I got that through him, and you know, the curiosity to tapping into other things foreign, I got that from my mom.
You better tap that thing foreign.
Because you know?
That's the only way.
The same way she learned English, I learned Portuguese. I didn't learn Portuguese. I learned like off the book and like in the street. And I just caught it quick.
Talented.
Yes.
Very talented. It's hard to know more than one language.
You're using all of that.
Yeah. Yes. It's all that, yep.
So what are your favorite styles of music from your Latin side that you like to input into your music now?
Wow.
That's a good one.
Damn. That's a hard one because the main one, enjoy like from the soul, it has to be like the Latin soul, like the salsa, the old school, the reggae, the Spanish dance hall too.
Oh my God.
There was a few Spanish R&B songs in the 90s that had influence too, so I'm not gonna knock that as well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry it took me so long. I was trying to find my Selena shirt, but I couldn't find it.
Oh snap!
It's all good. It's all good. She's here in spirit. Let me tell you, she's here in spirit.
Because I enjoy that music a lot.
Yes.
Don't get up. Like, you know, it's crazy because now that I'm back as an artist and as an engineer, and I really appreciate those eras because it was when music was shown as an art form.
You had to really have talent.
Yeah, you know.
Because you wasn't no whole lot of sound effects and none of that. You really had to get up there.
It was raw.
You had to touch us from the soul, and that's why I was so excited about when I heard your music. I was like, this brother he found R&B. He's tapped into it. It's good R&B because one thing I'm gonna tell you, I'm a little age on me. I complain a lot about R&B now. I'm like, there's a few cats out there I like, but I'm like, man, you know, that R&B is dope. Someone's not really getting these kids to make some goddamn love.
Yeah.
Nah, they not.
They not. They just, you know, they just poking and jabbing, and you gotta like move it a little bit.
They wearing that thing out.
And you know, like R&B now, I feel like it's starting to pop up again, but it's because it's been so long that it's just been like off the radar because they either talk about the same thing and they don't know how to like renew the sound, or it's commercially not being presented well. Like it's just not being presented well.
That's the main thing. It's not being presented well. This is how it is. But that's why I tend to stand up against neo soul so much as R&B right now.
Yeah.
Because that's, you know, that's the spot I'm trying to hit right now. You know?
Woo!
I'ma sit for you, okay. I'ma sit for you, baby. I don't care what others say. I'ma sit for you, my lady. I'ma sit for you all day. I don't care what others say. I'ma sit for you, okay. I'll do anything to have it your way. Anything you need, girl, I'll give you that. Anything you want, girl, I got your back. You know what it is when you hit my key. When it comes to love, ain't nobody like me. Cause when I hold it down, girl, I hold the core. I'll give you that real love, I'll give you one more. I'll give you that real love, I'll give you one more. I'ma sit for you, okay. I'ma sit for you, baby. I don't care what others say. I'ma sit for you, my lady. I'ma sit for you all day. I don't care what others say. I'ma sit for you, okay. solo supiera lo que siento, girl. Te hablo con la verdad, no te miento, girl. No sabes lo importante que tú eres para mí. Te doy todo mi ser para hacerte feliz. No sé cómo no amarte, cómo no desearte, cuidarte, mimarte, hacerte lo que me nace. I'ma sit for you, okay. I'ma sit for you, baby. I don't care what others say. I'ma sit for you, my lady.
Let me ask you a question, bro. I know you've been wanting to get a cold cup of water. Yo, let me ask you another question. So, what would you be doing if it wasn't for music? What else would you be doing if you wasn't doing what you're doing now?
Wow. You know, that's a tough question because my whole transition to music started when I had an injury on my shoulder. So, but ended my dance career, so to speak. Once I injured my shoulder, I realized like I wasn't going to be the same dancer again. I was going to be limited. Yeah. So that's actually where the birth of, you know, Mikey Rivers actually happened. It was the transition.
All right. I like that. I like that.
So what is that your name? Why did you choose that name?
All right. This is a cool like fact. All right, so Mikey is my childhood name. My real name is just Mike, my government name. But my childhood name, because I was like really little, they used to always say, "Oh, that's Mikey." And then
the boy who would eat anything. You remember that, Mikey?
Yeah, I'm done.
Mikey will eat it.
I'm done. Oh, that's Mikey right there. And then my last name, Rivers, is actually the Spanish translation for my last name, which is Rios.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just
nice.
I didn't even know that was a translation. I'm learning.
Yeah. That's nice. Okay, I dig it. It's catchy. It's catchy.
Yeah.
So, are you going to be in court? I see you in your videos. I see you're going to go dance. You're about to dance, but you don't break out in full dance.
I was waiting for Chris Brown to pop out.
It's a natural thing. Like, it's in me, you know?
Yeah. It's hard to hold that in, right?
Yeah, a lot of cousins been telling me. A lot of cousins in Colombia been telling me, like, yo, Bree, like, when you gonna pop out with the dance moves? Like, it's been a minute. It was like, yo, I got you, bro. I got you. I'm gonna make it happen.
Because I feel it. Your vibe makes me, you know, they tell you, show your fans how to celebrate your music.
Yeah.
And I see that you want to. I see you do it slightly. But I'm waiting, because I see you dance. I'm like, you're like, you about to pop it all out, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's just entertaining. I'm excited to know that you like your music and you're having a good time.
Yeah.
So, one of my favorite questions I like to ask artists, and Quanah, if you have a question, please feel free to jump in. You know, always got mad questions.
Yeah.
It's your top 3 influencers in life. It doesn't have to be music at all. It could be anything that influences you to just keep pushing.
All right, so the first one would be music, and you know, I already got to say MJ because he was the complete package. You get me? But then I do got a lot of other artists behind MJ. The thing is, if I go over, we'll be here all night. But as far as music-wise, definitely MJ. As far as ambition-wise, sport-wise, it would probably be like Ronaldinho, the Brazilian soccer player, because he used to just have fun with it when he was playing sports and play like he was like working, you get me? And that's another problem that athletes have today. They feel like they're working instead of just playing. You got to have fun with it. And then I think the third one, the third one would probably be, it would be related as well. Prince. I'm a big Prince guy.
Okay.
Yes.
You like Prince?
Yeah.
What did you like? What do you like about Prince? Because I'm a Prince fan as well. I mean, everybody is. You have to be. The guy was talented.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like Prince. All right, so how MJ was complete, I feel like Prince was complete in his own way as well. See, Michael, he was more inclined with music on a mental level, but Prince was more inclined on music on a physical level.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So MJ couldn't do, Prince could do. You get what I'm saying? He was complete on a physical level, but when it came to dancing, you get me? Mike had that by far. So it was like the mas and the menos. Yeah, the polar opposites.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like the way you phrase it. I completely see it physical. Prince is physical. Prince will give it to him.
Yeah.
Quanah, do you have any questions?
So you're in Jersey, right?
Yes.
You live in Jersey or you from Jersey?
Both.
So do you travel now? I mean, is that what's going on with you? Or are you more in the house because of all your workspaces right there?
I do travel, but I mainly travel to South America. I don't really go anywhere else. Only for music reasons. But I do want to take a trip down to Atlanta because I really network.
Yes.
Because Atlanta's like a big spot for R&B artists.
It
for
really
music,
is.
R&B artists, it's supposed to go really well down there. So I actually want to go and explore and see what's up over there.
Even the birds can sing out there.
Oh yeah.
It do sound different in Atlanta.
It
Everything does. You were so right. The birds do sound different. They can't.
Yeah.
The birds sang out there.
The birds can sing. The crackheads can sing. The prostitutes can sing. Everybody can sing.
But she's not lying. She's not lying. And you know what? I think you should go to Atlanta. We should speak, a little further. And if I have any connections out there, I'm gonna definitely try to swing your way.
Let me know.
Atlanta is. I love they just love each other out there. You know, they represent for each other.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. But the one thing you being in New Jersey, you're very positioned to New York. So
yes,
I know that helps out tremendously. Has that been assisting you with your career?
Definitely. I haven't been stepping out to New York yet because of, the season. But now that we're in summertime, I'm gonna be heading over there a lot more frequently. That's definitely gonna be on my radar. But I definitely want to hit the stop.
because when I think of music, I would think of New York, Atlanta, wherever the hell Motown is.
Yeah.
P-Town, Detroit.
I ain't going over there. I ain't going to Detroit. But they do got music over there. But I ain't going over there.
He's so funny. Yo, that's about we know somebody in Detroit though.
Yeah, I know she keeps telling me to come over there, but I can't find a bulletproof bra. I don't even know where to get one.
You so funny. You so funny. But hey, don't sleep on New York and New Jersey though. You might be,
I know, but I'd be like, hey, y'all. I'd be like, hey, y'all. Like, man, what's up? We good. But I don't know how to talk over there. I ain't gonna be all right.
Yeah, they gonna know you from out of town.
They gonna definitely know. Definitely that.
So if you could give your fans one message, and the people that have been riding with you, and you have a pretty large following, congratulations to that. What's one message you like to send them, that you like them to know about you?
The one message I give to my fans, I would say, because I struggled with this like my whole life, I would always try to come off to appeal to certain people, you get me? And I think that's the worst way you could come about approaching like an audience. I feel like you should try to be authentic as possible. Just be true to yourself, you feel me? Don't try to satisfy others. That way you can feel satisfied, you get me? Just be yourself, even if that means like people aren't gonna like that,
Yeah.
You're not gonna get everybody, and that's okay.
That's okay, yep.
That's okay. You gotta be okay with that. Nobody that's ever been successful has never failed. Everyone has failed. They failed more times than they were successful. So that's definitely that. Definitely good answer. Good answer.
Thanks.
Good answer.
Yeah.
So what advice would you give your younger self?
My younger self?
Your younger self.
Wow.
You could talk to yourself at 15. What would you say?
Wow. Yeah, I definitely, if I could talk to my younger self, I would definitely tell him to separate himself from certain people and to just tap in or to what he really liked, you get me? Because a lot of times I would want to get into certain things, but I couldn't because I was always thinking about the next person, what they would think, or if it was valid. So I was always looking for validation, you get me? And at the end of the day, other people's opinion doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter. It's not your business.
Yeah.
I like that answer. That's a good one. You had something, Santi. What you was saying?
Oh, no. Man, great questions, guys. Man, I'm learning a lot about him. Because him and I, we kicked it for a little bit, but now I'm diving deeper, and this guy's grown man.
Fantastic.
Thanks.
I'm proud of everything. And then, you know how I do. I dived into your music. I know you saw me clicking all your stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this shit is fire. You know, and I'm happy you're positioned next to New York. Take advantage of going to Atlanta. I think you should, because it's going to change your style a little bit. You're going to borrow some things, but still stick with what you got, because you got the recipe there. And I love the video. Once again, I love the videos. Representation is clean as fuck, and I dig that.
I wanted a little bit dirty, but it was I liked it.
I knew you was gonna like it when you heard it. I was like, Quanah gonna like this music. You'll put in your rotation.
I did. I was like, okay. Yeah.
You know, and this is why I love doing this, because let me tell you something. I got a buddy of mine that he came on the show and was like, I'm going to Hollywood to become an actor. He was on Insecure recently. He got a small movie coming out. To others, they may consider it to be small, but from what I know where he came from, he's headlining. He's like a step. I feel like a few steps till he's on Marvel. You know what I'm saying? So I love this. I feel like I got this. I got to put this out there, man. This energy right here. You know. So shout out.
They need to hear it, and it's everybody needs to hear this.
Most
Get a taste.
Oh man, I'm gonna slap him with a big taste in the face. Cause I'm putting 2 videos of yours that I really enjoyed on here, and I'm gonna put it in the beginning and the end. I'm gonna edit this nice and clean for you and everything. And I'll shoot it to you. So how do you feel the internet has impacted the music business?
All right. So that's a good question, because I have a lot of things to say about music as far as through the internet. So internet being like the new stream of media, I feel like it's took a turn for the better and the worse. The better because now more people can make a name for themselves through music, but for the worse as well, because a lot of the wrong people are getting credit. You get me? So I feel like that's where there's like a little imbalance. So when it comes to the internet, there's an imbalance, because now we're just getting music based off of quantity instead of quality. A lot of music like that, so that's a problem. You get me? Now it's like anybody can make music, and that's not the case. Like
you get famous for the wrong reason.
Yeah, you gotta remember that this is an art form. You know, you gotta have talent to do this.
Yeah,
it's just like sports. You get in because somebody paid for you. You gotta have skills. Now that's the same thing that's happening in sports. Now you could get in only because you got somebody that could pay for your training and all this stuff, the drafts. You get me? Before you had to have the talent.
Yeah.
So the same thing is happening with music. But nonetheless, like I feel like economically, if you invest the right way, you can definitely make your money's worth. So definitely thumbs up for that, at least.
You know, my opinion on that, I completely agree with what you stated. It's going back to, you a lot younger than I am for this. You got to go back to the days of the record store. When I was growing up, you go to the record store in town because that guy had good taste, and he would introduce you to new things. And he wasn't even a DJ. He was just a guy that just ran a record store. So online, you know, there's places that are going to be that place, that record store, per se. And we got to hunt now more. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to get out there. And the more you network and you keep expanding your social media reach, do that. Stay focused on that. Because that's how they're listening. And give them, and don't be afraid to give them who you are, because like you stated, when you first started singing, you realized, oh shit, I can actually sing. On social media now, and the way you present your product, I know your reach will expand. So
thank you.
That's the positivity, like you said, the positivity in the internet. Yeah,
that's the best part about it, because you know, the internet, you know, like this right here is the internet, but in the virtual world, the internet, it's so big, like you can't even like put your finger on it. You get me? It's way too big. So it's like it's impossible. Even if you were like the worst artist to exist, there's no way you won't have a fan. You get me? Like you're always gonna have like it, because you know, as us being multiple like minded beings, like who's to say that there's nobody else that has the same thought as you in the same exact moment? You get me? I could go on I could think about a music video on YouTube. I'll go there and somebody will have commented like a few seconds ago.
Yeah, the same thing you wanted to say.
Exactly. That's the best part about the internet, you know?
Yeah.
Have you noticed any difference in like who really supports you? Are you finding that it's mostly strangers more than people that are right up under you, or are you seeing it both sides?
Yeah, I get you. It's a little bit of both. Like I get a lot of new people through people that know me already, so that's a good thing. And people have seen the evolution of the sound. People are really starting to tap in more.
I find that nobody really wants to see it unless somebody else has already seen it. It's kind of internet thing that goes on.
Definitely.
Yeah, that makes sense. What you say, Santi? What are you saying?
Oh no, I said both. I'm agreeing with everything you guys are saying. I said, you know, they got to see putting in 10,000 hours. Like from what we've done, what we've been through Quanah, you and I, it's been. They didn't listen at first, but now I go to the statistics because we put it in them 10,000 hours. It's like, oh shit,
statistics don't lie.
500 downloads yesterday. Like, wow, I mean that's awesome. But you gotta not be afraid to bump that knee. And my new thing is, because I'm a father now, my favorite thing is you gotta fail miserably. Fail miserably. Fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? But stand up, put it back together. Now you know the ins and out of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah, and that's people don't know how to fail. Like you gotta learn how to fail, because if you don't, you could be going good for so long, and once you fail the first time, you won't know how to accept it. You might
but that failure will also teach you to not quit. You say, okay, well, I did it that way. Now I'm going to do it this way. Now I'm going to try it this way until you get what works. So, I mean, you never know where you can go if you quit. Fall down 7 times, get up 8 every time.
So we're going to start winding down. Mikey, I want to ask you a question. Do you have a quote that motivates you daily? If you could think of one quote, are you into affirmation?
I say it all the time with my clients when they come to record. I always tell them it's not a game. They know that once they do that, you know the vibes. It's not a game.
What does that mean to you? It's not a game.
When I say it's not a game, it's like it's nothing to play with.
Don't play.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't play. Don't come in here playing.
Yeah, we're not playing. It's serious.
Yeah, this business right here. We about to get down.
I have a client that made a song like that. He was like, excuse my language, but he was like, just like my nigga say, it's not a game.
Yeah.
And it's like, game, it's not a game, no, it's not a game. Yeah, so I hear that, and it hit me right here.
Hey, look, this is all gas, no brakes. I'm like, your language is excused, man.
I love that.
Man. We attack on this. Hey, look, it's not a motherfucking game, nigga.
If that was the case, they would have to bleep me. They would have to bleep me so many times. The whole thing would be a big bleep.
Yeah,
this is ours.
Trust me.
This is ours, Mikey. They got no input.
That's a fact.
My pastor knows.
I'm gonna hit you with one question. Quanah, do you have any more questions? And then we can start.
No, that's it. That's it. I mean, I just want to wish them the best. That's all. I want you to keep going, keep going. As much as you post, I'll share. Not a problem.
Thank you.
Just when I come up to Jersey, make me feel at home.
Yeah, of course. What? You crazy?
They last.
Playing right now. It's not a game.
Hey.
It's not a game. It's not a game.
It's not a game.
So I'm gonna ask about one question. What's one thing you want to achieve before you die?
One thing I want to achieve before I die? Well, usually it's always about giving my mom something. But I think the main achievement I would want to give my mom is her to see me perform on stage, like at a big event.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Most people, they want to give, the mansion and stuff like that. But that's too cliche. I like it, but it's too cliche. But,
Mom love they boys.
Yeah.
You see my baby? Oh, my God. You see my baby?
That's what I'm saying.
Are you crazy?
Yeah.
All y'all sons suck. Did you see my baby? Are you crazy?
Oh, man.
Boy.
Shit,
Yo, it's going to happen. From your mouth to God's ears right here, it's going to happen.
Speak it into existence.
Quanah, you are just working with time and space, Mikey. Keep going, time and space. You just got to get them two things in their line. You're going to have to keep networking, keep being free, open-minded, and it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan.
It's already happening.
Yeah.
Already happening.
And I'm going to share it, and I'm going to always keep you in my mind and in my head no matter where I'm networking, because I know people to talk to at times, and, most definitely your music is that good. I like it.
It really is.
Communicate it. Man, I appreciate you for being on the show. Short notice. I know I hit you last week. I was talking to you, and I was like, man, why I ain't never really complete a conversation with Mikey, man? And I saw you there, and I said, hey, let's do this quickly.
Yeah.
Let's get it done.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. It was a lot of fun,
Yeah, we're going to call him when he don't have time for us. And we're going to make him come back on.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, he's going to have time. I know he's going to have time.
Make time. I don't got time to make time, so,
Beautiful.
I only need 15 minutes, but okay.
Hey.
Mikey, be careful, baby. Be careful, Mikey. Don't fall in love now.
But okay.
I might need an extra 15.
Hey.
He
might be cheating me out.
That's right.
You're killing me.
Same time.
Oh, Jesus. Mikey, if you could tell your fans and everybody where we can find you at once again, please.
Yeah, no doubt. You guys can find me on all platforms. Mikey Rivers, Spotify, Mikey Rivers, SoundCloud, Mikey Rivers, and definitely YouTube, Mikey Rivers.
Nice. Hey. And the lady down there to my right.
I am Quanah Valen. I am on Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and everywhere you want to be.
Nice.
Hey.
I want to be everywhere.
Make them holler. Hey, shout out to my boy OG_Frank. Shout out to Rex Corollas. Shout out to my boy LFR family.
Yeah.
I love those guys. And my name at Super Saiyan Santi. You can find me anywhere at Super Saiyan Santi, all platforms. Mikey, thank you once again for coming through. We at AGNB Podcast, All Gas No Break Podcast. You can find us there. Type that in. We're on YouTube, All Gas No Breaks Podcast. And Mikey, I'm gonna edit this too as well, and I'm gonna shoot it to you, man, and share it and enjoy it. And I appreciate this. And next time, if you're ever down in DMV, DC, I hope to get you in the studio with us, and we can have this all over.
I'll keep it.
The champagne room. All right. All gas, no break.
Okay. All right, you guys.
All right, Mikey.
Why do you love to waste my time? Stop with the foolery, 'cause no, you ain't fooling me. I learned my lesson, now I'm I should've known from the start the person that you are, but now I know everything. Yeah. What are you looking for? What are you looking for? What are you searching for? What are you searching for? I'm doing me, just let me be. Girl, stop watching. Girl, stop plotting. I need my peace, that's all I need. You left my chest piece broken. The trust I gave you stolen. And baby girl, you know this. So don't trip, so don't trip. The way you did me dirty, why would you even hurt me? I know now you're not worthy to deserve me, to deserve me. You left my chest piece broken. The trust I gave you stolen. And baby girl, you know this. So don't trip, so don't trip. What you've done to my heart, I can't ever forget. All this pain you caused me. Yeah. I should've known from the start the person that you are, but now I know everything. Yeah. What you've done to my heart, I can't ever forget. All this pain you caused me. Yeah.
Yo.
What's poppin', homie?
Dan, talk to me, brother. It's been a while, man.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute,
Yeah.
man. I've been checking the catalog. This shit's crazy, man.
Oh, thanks, bro. It's time that, we start coming, hard or like all the way with everything. You get me?
I feel you.
Let me put a clear light. If not, I might even turn the light on.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Take your time. Take your time. My co-host, she's getting her stuff together.
Oh,
anyhow, so we could just,
yeah.
we just saying no. That's why I start around 8:15.
Okay, that's perfect.
Then we normally kick in as soon as everybody's on and we good. We don't gotta wait till 8:30. We just jump right on in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how's the family?
The family's good, bro. Mom Dukes is in Colombia. My dad's in Colombia. So right now, I'm just with my aunt. So we just taking care of things, like, for the most part.
I understand that.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And, just been going crazy with the music. I've actually been I've been producing lately because I'm an engineer as well now. So
okay.
Yeah. So
the music sounds clean, so you're doing everything.
Yeah, I'm doing everything. Like beats, the mixing, the mastering, everything.
Man,
yeah.
I really like the whole flow of the music. I like the style. I'm gonna ask you a lot of questions about it because I kind of got a feeling of an era you might have liked a lot.
Oh man, he already know. He already know.
I come from that era too, slightly, but the joint is it's clean. The videos are good too. Once again, the videos are the representation is flawless.
Thank you, bro. I've really been debating on how I want to portray my music because, unfortunately, because of the market I was trying to tap into, I had to dig deep within myself, and I was like, well, if I'm gonna really go head on with this R&B sound, I can't keep trying to persuade the Latin audience to consume it. You get me?
I feel you.
It's either they take it or they don't.
Yeah.
And
you only got one opportunity to make a first impression.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'd rather just do it in English. And once I make it, pop, then they'll know about me,
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much the main reason why I just was like, you know what? I'm going to do the R&B stuff in English, and I'm going to keep it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So as far as the
my bad, I was gonna say, brother, it's all good. They're gonna adapt with your
yeah,
consistency. And I mean, you got some great numbers. You got some good
yeah,
followings. That's
thanks.
awesome. Just
Yeah,
I feel like you got the recipe. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Now you just got to put out the food. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And they're gonna eat it. They're gonna consume it because I was driving in the car and I would listen to it. I'd just be like, yo, this shit's hot.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, man. Just been so like as far as the material, it's like I had it. It was just I was debating too much within myself whether like do I want to put this sound out or do I just want to try to portray this sound for a little bit. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do what I know what I know best, and I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, and the whole premise of the style that I do, it's like it's a fusion because the percussions is very trap oriented, but then it's with like vocals, so the R&B side, so it changes the whole atmosphere. Yeah.
I love that it has that trap feel because I'm into trap heavy right now. I just like the beat. But for me, I always tell a lot of folk growing up in New York in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? Trap sound, I'm gonna tell you what trap sounds like to me. It sounds like that old school reggae we used to listen to back in the day. Sound like all them Barris Hammonds when they slowed the beat down and just put that thump on it.
Yeah, uh-huh.
That's what it sounds like to me, and I love it because it sounds like that to me. You know what I mean? So I'm really into all type of the artists that are out there doing it, and I love that you. But you know what? I love the fact that you're doing it in English, but then you bless us with some Spanish too. So I say keep doing that too. That's just dope.
That's another thing too. Like because of my background, you know, us being Latino, like I'm like, all right, so I know I got a lot of people that are Hispanic, they bump to me, but they don't really speak English. So what I could do is just throw a little Spanish, and then you feel me, they'll catch on like, oh damn, that's fire. That way they won't feel left out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the trick. But it's only just a little bit, like a bar or like a verse, a piece of a verse, and that's it. That way they're like, oh snap, that was nice.
Yeah.
Because transition is everything.
Yeah. So who's doing those videos for you? You doing the videos too and all that and editing?
Shoot, I wish. You know what's funny? I was actually gonna start getting into video production, but I got so much stuff in my hands. It's like I wouldn't have time for anything. You know?
Hey, I completely understand that, man. So the reason why I've even started this show is due to entrepreneurship. So it's not only focused on artists, but it's focused on entertainers, content creators, businesses, large or small, and you know, being able to blast them and give them their proper, you know, interview and share that with the world so people can at least hear, you know, this is where it all happened. This is where, you know, this is what I've been doing and this is how I've been presenting myself. So I say all to say, you can't do it all. You're an entrepreneur. Yeah. At the end of the day, what you are is an entrepreneur. You're an entrepreneur. But your product is good. I can tell you've been grinding for a minute. I know there's been a lot of days you scraped them knees and fell, you know, to get to this point.
Yeah.
What got you through all that? What makes you keep going? What motivates you to not stay down? Because the quality is amazing, you know. So I know you're not staying down.
Yeah. The main motivation as far as like for me to not like give up is the fact that I know that I have it, you get me? Mm-hmm. I think that's when you start to realize that you have to make something of it because it's there. If it wasn't there, you know, you would immediately just abandon ship, you get me?
Yeah.
But you see the quality, you see the level, the skill set. It's like I can't just let this float in the air like this. Like I have to really like put in work. I need to like I need to pursue it like with all means, you know.
Word, as you should, man, as you should. When was the day that you realized this? When did you start doing this? What year you started doing this?
Okay, well, this is a long journey. So like, I started 2016, and it was out of curiosity because I didn't like. I always been a music junkie, and I was even a dancer. But it was like I never tapped in as far as an artist. You get me? It was like the forbidden side. It was like I don't know how to touch that. I only know how to dance to it and listen.
I'm going to pause you for 1 second because I'm going to tell you impossible because your mom, you know, I know your mother. Impossible, okay? But anyway.
That's a fact. And, you know, her music taste caught on to me later on in life. So that's the crazy part.
Yeah.
And it was weird because the first recording studio I went to it happened to be one of my colleagues from high school. And they would always say, oh, yeah, he's a producer, this and that. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool, that's cool. But I didn't make much of it, you get me? And then I hit him up one day. I was like, yo, Taz, how much you charging out? He was like, oh, I charge 40. I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to let you know so I could, like, go record. I was like, he was like, all right, bet. So I went one day, and I saw another friend from another high school I used to go to. And then he was like, you do music? I was like, nah, I'm just here, like, experimenting. He was like, oh, okay, nice. I'm doing the same thing. So long story short, I hop in the booth, and then they put the beat on. I start singing. And I was super nervous, man. I was nervous. I was like, what? Like, it was the most horrible feeling, man. And then when he played the song back, he was like, you want to hear it? I was like, all right. So he played the song back, and I'm over here listening. I'm like, is that really me? Like, I sound like that? And then he was like, yeah, I didn't know you could sing, bro. I was like, to be honest, I didn't know either, man. It was a really shocking moment. It was very like revealing, that moment right there. I was like, I could probably go somewhere with this, man. And then that's when I slowly started like progressing. At first I would struggle a lot because I didn't really understand music theory like that yet. Only patterns. But then as I started practicing, I started getting it. Mind you, I went like 2 weeks to a singing academy in New York. And it was amazing, but it was just a lot of money, man. I couldn't afford it. I was like, yo, this is too much money. I'll just learn by myself. I ended up learning by myself. And mind you, I still don't know how to read music notes. I can only tell you by hearing. Yeah. So that's the crazy part. And then after that, I teamed up with my boys because he was an engineer at the time. So I was talking in with him. But unfortunately, like, we do have some good songs that we recorded, but one, if I release them now, people might think I'm getting my music recorded somewhere else. So that, marketing-wise, that's not a good look. And two, because I'm an engineer now, so I might as well do, like, my own mix, my own new version of the song. You know, it's right. Especially since I'm so advanced as far as engineering now, I could really do that.
Nice.
Yeah.
What are you recording into? If you don't want to, you're more than welcome not to share that. But if you don't mind, what are you using to record?
I'm using Fruity Loops.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. A lot of people. It's funny because a lot of people hate Fruity Loops for mixing. Like, they say it looks like a video game or it's too complicated. But I always say if you can make it work, that's all that matters.
As long as what you're putting out there, you know, is communicated to the people and they're able to understand it and they enjoy it.
Yeah,
you're 100% correct, bro.
Yeah. So I'm really like grateful because I've managed to find a way to where I can make the sound like it's recorded in a $1 million studio, in $1,000 studio. You get me? You hear the crispiness, and you would think, oh, nah, he's over here recording in a big spot, in a big stew. But no, it's just my room. Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. I know what that's all about. I did music as well. However, I started because my goal was to assist artists gain platforms. And it forced me to learn what you all learned, you know, music theory, the whole nine. I was able to gain all that information
Yeah.
But I say all that to say I started with Fruity Loops as well. My introduction to the production side of music was due to Fruity Loops.